Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to Higher Max. Obviously, if you're here, you have seen the explosive Love Island UK episodes that have been going on. I wanted to come here and debrief it all with y'all. But before we continue on, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow the socials. You know what to do. And let's get into this video. So now I will have some timestamps down below, and some of the things we're going to talk about is obviously the movie night and the Jake and Libby situation, as well as Faye versus everybody, and my thoughts on that. The producers decided to produce, and they produced to the point that even your girl, I love reality TV show drama. I am all for it, but it was, even for me, it was a bit much. I was uncomfortable, but let's talk about it. So as we saw on this past episode with the movie night, we got to see Tyler's film, so Kaz got to actually see HD what he was doing with Clarice whilst he was at Casa Amor. We also got to see the castaway, and all I could think about was Backyard again. It was like, castaways, we are castaways. The titles also, I mean, I think the misleading ones are like what got me, because for example, what was that one? She's Not All That, which please protect my girl Libby at all costs, but we're gonna get into that. The producers were producing. Like, I don't even know, I believe they got this idea from Murad Murali, who's like OG Love Island reviewer. Like, honestly, props to him. So I think that's where they got the idea from, but they took it and they ran, and I was shook. I think I spent the whole episode just with my eyes, like my mouth open, I couldn't deal. So then we also saw the Liam movie, which Millie got to see what Liam was doing in Casa, and I mean, it wasn't that surprising. I think he was such a dude for saying, when they asked him, oh, did you tell Millie about what the three-way kiss, and he was like, no, because she didn't ask. Like, how is Millie supposed to ask that? Is she supposed to, you are only gonna answer the question for the things that you're asked for? Are you serious? Like, how is she supposed to think, is there a possibility that Liam had a three-way kiss? Let me ask him about that. Oh, is it a possibility that he shared a bed with someone? Let me ask him about that. He's just lucky that she's a very chill girl, and not only is she chill, but I also feel like she's very big on communication. As we saw towards the end of the episode, they resolved it and Miss Millie was moving on like nothing had happened. So the drama started to pop off when Mr. Teddy's film came on. And if I have to tell you something, I have loved Teddy since he came in because of the fact that I feel like he has such great temperament. He does not let things get to him. He's very logical and is very good at really thinking through his emotions and talking about it. And before this episode, I was highly standing him and Faye. Like, I really wanted them to go the long way. I felt as if they balanced each other out well. I do not believe that anymore, because I think that this is currently a toxic situation for Teddy, which I will get into. But in this film, we saw him having chats with Clarice. She was also the girl that he kissed, I believe, in the Casa Amor Truth or Dare situation. Faye knew that they had kissed in that Truth or Dare situation because that was on the postcard. I personally do not think the conversation about Teddy's sexual attraction to Clarice is that important or that deep. Reason being that even though he was attracted to her, all the girls brought into Casa Amor he said he was attracted to, he decided to be a grown person and slept outside, did not fraternize with them unnecessarily. Even when Clarice was busy, ready to be in the same bed, same situation with Teddy, he declined. And I feel like Faye should focus on that instead of letting her insecurities get into the way, because I just genuinely don't see what Teddy did wrong. If you disagree, comment down below, let me know. I'm struggling to understand what he did wrong by having a conversation with someone and not letting it lead into anything else. He was very respectful. Then we get into, oh yeah, and I also didn't like Faye's initial response where she's like, oh, Mr. Nice Guy, oh, Uncle Ted. Like, in that moment, I was like, what is this? Are we in high school? I understand that you're having a problem with him, but Teddy's just not that guy. You know, if it was Tyler, if it was Liam, if it was Jake, like, those are the dudes you can come for because they tend to be on the shady side, even though I love Tyler, so I forgive him for everything that he does. Anyways, but I didn't understand her initial reactions, even when in the last episode where she was talking about how she didn't find Teddy funny, which I didn't think that was a nice conversation to be having behind his back. Okay, she was angry at the time, but then to be laughing about him being like, oh, he knew, and I'm like, it's not about him knowing. It's the fact that if you saw that you said that, that's the opportunity where you should be like, oh, I'm sorry that you heard that. It was just said out of anger, blah, 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 blah. Like, you have to remember that he has feelings as well. And currently, especially in those moments, Faye was so caught up in herself, in her own storm. So we get the Jake escape. And you know what? I'm happy about this. I'm happy there have been videos exposing Jake for who he really is, because I have not been a fan of Jake since the beginning. And that says something, because I love Libby. You know, I'm team... My top girls were obviously Kaz, Libby. She's still my top girls. Faye used to be one of my top girls. And you know who's really brought herself into my top girl bunch? Millie. I really just love how she is, how she interacts with everyone. Anyways, so I was excited for this Jake video because I was like, it's time for the girls and everybody to see him for who he really is. I personally feel as if he is using Libby because she's such a likable person to get the 50K. I do not think that he is genuine whatsoever. Because that attraction video aside, about when he said in the she's old not old that video, which even his response to Libby to me was pathetic. The way he was encouraging the lads, saying, oh, it's a lads holiday, cool. That's cool, but keep the same energy. When you enter the villa, don't kiki with the girls like that. That's my problem with him. He wants to kiki with the girls, hang out, have your back. Oh, you're crying, let me have your back. No. When you are one of the catalysts, yes, all the boys are responsible for their own actions. They're grown men. No one was forcing them to do anything. But also at the same time, it has to be acknowledged that I just don't think that Jake is a trustworthy individual, period. And it's so funny for me, because the whole time I was trying to figure out, Jake, why are you so upset? He's like, my blood is boiling, when Faye confronts him about it. Why is your blood boiling? Because actually you are wrong and you're off sides. So why are you saying your blood is boiling? And then to top it all off, you decide, you know what? I'm gonna go have a conversation with the voice of reason. You're gonna go to Toby. You're gonna go to Toby so that you can feel better about what you said. I'm so sorry. Toby is the last person that you need to be your voice of reason in the villa. No shade. I just don't think like Toby agreeing with you is exactly the right stamp of approval that you're looking for. And I also feel as if Libby, when she saw that again, because the way she was looking at Jake, she was kind of just like, do I know who this man is? Like, what is he doing? My next problem with Jake is, I didn't even expect to be talking about Jake so much, but my next problem with Jake is, after that, because you know, after the movie night ended, everyone had dispersed and is having their own conversations. Instead of him calling Libby, Libby has to go fetch him to have a conversation. So you're the one who was literally talking about not finding her attractive, which, I'm gonna say this, you can let me know if you have a different opinion. But I feel as if the time that you're probably the most attracted to your person is at the beginning. So if you're trying to say all these things about, oh, maybe you can get better, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're trying to tell her, I would have made you my girlfriend. You're not dealing with the problem at hand. First and foremost, you did not apologize for what you said or how you made her feel. All you kept on saying is, I made you my girlfriend, I made you my girlfriend. Okay, and then, what are we supposed to do with this information? You made her your girlfriend, and then, please can you apologize? First of all, you don't even deserve Miss Libby, because we here stand Liberty. She is so sweet. She deserves someone who is obsessed with her, and I'm hoping that this might open her eyes to see the game that Jake is playing. I don't believe this season we have seen a tweet challenge or anything of that nature yet, but if we do, I want Libby and the people in the house to realize how suspicious we are on the outside of Jake. because we are. Let's talk about the big blowout of this episode. Teddy, actually, no. The big blowout is Faye versus everybody. Faye versus Jake, Faye versus Dale, Faye versus Teddy, Faye versus the villa practically. Now, I have a few opinions. I first want to start off by saying I do not think the way that she spoke to Teddy was appropriate at all. I do not like people shouting at me, at people in general. I think it's pretty disrespectful, especially when obviously you can see he comprehends everything you're saying. So why raise your voice? Why be belligerent? It is unnecessary. But there's a few things I have to say about Faye. In the previous episode, she clearly states that she believes that Teddy is out of her league. And I believe this is the root of all the problems. Faye feels like Teddy is out of her league. She is deeply, deeply insecure. So anything can set her off. And I also believe she's self-sabotaging. I think she thought this thing was too good to be true. And so she's self-sabotaging so that when Teddy leaves, because he's going to, well, now he's already left, but when he leaves, she can be, it won't blindside her because she knows, oh, my actions were A, B, C, D. But she was self-sabotaging, and I feel like at some point in the night she realized she was, but I think she also realized she was too deep into what she was doing to backtrack. Like, she was just like, I have to carry on. Even when she was saying to Teddy, potato, potato. I don't even know how Teddy was able to call her back for another conversation again, like 2 or 3 times, after the way that she was acting disrespectfully to him. When he never raised his voice. He never disrespected her in any kind of way. And so that just was really off-putting to see, especially considering how long this meltdown went. Like, it just kept on going. And at one point, I was hoping that, I mean, Dale did try, but I was hoping that one of the girls would be like, girl, let's just go to bed. We'll continue this tomorrow, you know? Like, she was so caught up in her emotions that I felt like, let's just go to bed. We'll talk about this tomorrow because obviously tonight we're not going to have a productive conversation. At the same time, I've also seen people on Twitter who were like, because again, I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose what is going on with Faye. But people were like, you know what? Everyone's doing think pieces about Faye. Maybe she's just mean. And you know what? That could be true. Maybe she is just mean. I'm just trying to see that. I feel as if from the previous clips we could see that there is like a deep insecurity thing going there, but that still does not excuse the way she spoke to him or Dale or people inside of the villa. And I think that's something she really has to work on. I'm concerned I haven't watched the first look for this next episode. I'm concerned about what's going to happen from here, in the sense that, because I was saying when I was watching it, I was like, if I was Faye, when I woke up that next morning, I would be deeply embarrassed about my behavior and the ways it affected not just me and the person I'm in a couple with, but everybody else in the villa. And I think the way that it affected Teddy, just to see him, like the way that she had spoken to him, treated him, that also was very devastating as a viewer. I did see that some people were putting in complaints about the episode too. I believe the company is called Ofcom. I don't know, it's a British company. I guess it's like a broadcasting standards type thing. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, what is this broadcasting commission gonna do? Are they gonna shut down the show, or is this just something that we should be complaining to the producers of the show about? I don't know. You can let me know your thoughts down below. I think it's best that they ended their relationship. I think Faye was gonna look for a reason for their relationship to end no matter what, due to her insecurities. I just feel like it did not have to go down like that. And until now, I genuinely don't know what she's upset about. Your man is going to find other people apart from you attractive. And when she says, oh, I don't believe I deserve to be treated that way. Treated like what? Like he slept outside while he was there. He came back even though you had found someone new, still pursued you and treated you well, and hasn't even used it against her. He hasn't even brought it up. The fact that she recoupled with somebody else. Even though when he came back to the villa, she was busy like, oh, okay, like you're acting like you did good. No, I saw the postcard. Which also makes me wonder why the producers put that in the postcard, because Teddy was very loyal. But anyways, the producers have to produce, and that's what they had to do. I do know that we have a new girl coming in tonight named Priya, and there seems to be quite high hopes for her. I know people want her to be with Teddy. I wonder who she is interested in, because right now we have pretty solid couples, Millie and Liam, Libby and Jake, unfortunately. Kaz and Tyler, obviously Faye, that's over. Dale and Mary, and then Abby and, I don't know, Abby doesn't really have anyone. Oh, and Toby and Chloe, which is its own situation. Anyways, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Please let me know down below. I thought that whole episode, it was just a lot for me to absorb. And then at the end of the day, it's always just important to remind yourself, as much as I love reality TV, these are real people. Like, these are real people's lives. It's not like a show that's highly produced in the sense that the people have a script, they're playing a character. And so I'm really hoping, especially Teddy, is actually doing okay, and we're gonna see the fallout coming on over the next few days. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll be seeing you. Oh, I almost forgot. Follow the socials. They're all linked down here, and I'll be seeing you very, very soon with another video. Goodbye.